Hello, folks, and welcome back to another live stream. As you saw in the title, we're doing two activities today. We are doing Dublin to Dundalk Enterprise, and then after that, we're going to do Dundalk to Dublin Enterprise. So, I would say without any further ado, let's get going. Okay, here we are. So I'm just getting all the links to people who wish to join. Here we are at Connolly in 227. Our estimated departure time is at 11:02, and we'll be calling at Drogheda and Dundalk, where the activity will end. Going to mark 3 push pull set coming in with 216 at the rear. Oh, hold on. Sorry, folks, the screen is not working, so it's a bit of a problem. Bear with me here. Oh, there we go. Hello, Abby, and hello, Noah. I should probably get ready to depart for Dundalk. We will be departing in a few seconds. And there's a dart in front of us. That is going to be so much fun. Let's watch it leave, shall we? There's a 29,000 coming off the Malahide line as well. See where everything is. So we are here. No worries, Ivy. See, we're about there, and we can see that we've got an 071 coming up. Or a GM of some sort. Looks like an 071, but I'm really not sure. It is an 071. And in the North Wall. And the Tower Mines. I did indeed, Abby. I did indeed. We are approaching Clontarf Road. I didn't pick the weather. This is an activity. The weather in this activity is default. I'm not sure. I had read 1997. No, it was 1997. Just keep an eye out, make sure that we don't have any darts in front of us. Good chance we might. No, we don't. That dart is going off into the host branch, so we're fine. It's also worth noting, folks, that this game actually has multiplayer, but I don't know how to get it set up. $29.99. It was first. What year is this then? Got 6 people on. The only thing I don't like about this part of the Dublin line is because the Enterprise always gets held up behind darts between Malahide and Connolly. Like, I'm not too sure. Noah, do you know, like, when me, you, and Archie had, what is it, 305 down to Dublin? Was it held behind the dart, or did we get ahead of a dart? Here we are approaching Harmonstown. To be honest, though, Noah, I was kind of disappointed when I got onto the platforms that morning and saw 305 ready to take us to Dublin. Yes, I do remember that, Noah. It was kind of disappointing, though, having a calf in Dublin, and that's the first time I've only ever had a calf on the full length of the Enterprise. I had a calf to Dundalk back in like 2015. Yes, he is. Let's see what else is coming through. We've got. Just a heads up, Noah, this chat can be replayed, like, even after the stream, so don't be bringing up drama. Here we are approaching Raheny. Put on a wee bit of throttle. No, not that I know of, anyway. Passing Hope Junction, or we just passed Hope Junction. Here's the wonderful 227 in her original orange livery. True. I'm pretty sure, like, around here, like right here, is where Clongriffin would be in game. because the curve from Portmarnock. That's correct. Well, the Belfast to Dundalk route is set in 1998-99, but with the add-ons, it takes place around 2006, 2008. There's a 29,000 in Portmarnock. We've got 8 people on the stream. I think the 19th may have been its official opening because that would have been a Monday, so that was probably the official opening. Folks, please feel free to type in the chat, by the way. Just make sure that there's nothing blocking the way in Malahide. No, we're fine. Please stand back behind the other line. Train now approaching. I'll train in English. I don't even know how to do the Irish. I don't even know how to do the Irish announcements. I apologize, folks, in advance. Please stand back behind the yellow line. Hello there, Matthew. Good to have you on.
The train's going to be held about. We're going to run back. Do be cautious after passing Scaries.
See, we're passing Dundalk and got what looks like a 1-2-1. It is too. It is a 1-1-1 or a 1-2-1. Here's the Yanks, folks. By Yanks, I mean in the 121s, is that's what they're called in an activity called Yanks on the Tara, where you do 121 classic one-ups on the Tara Mines trains. That live stream will be coming soon. Yeah, if only we had like that realtor game, the Yankee Explorer, which went from Dublin, Bray, Belfast, Lisburn, etc.
Northbound Enterprise, the train is departs Balbriggan. Northbound tracks freed up. You may proceed as usual.
I only did an ICR on the Enterprise once, and that was in 2022. They're okay. I do like the ICRs, but after a while, they do get a bit rock hard, the seats. Wouldn't be my favorite though. I think the 80 sets hold that title. Well, I got the 1850 then, which was 901 and 231. And I got the Cabot. Believe it or not, Matthew, I actually did a 29 on the Enterprise once, but this was like 13 years ago. So, yeah, but it definitely happened. I promise you, it definitely happens. I definitely had a 29 on the Enterprise. I remember that day, sure, Matthew, you got a 29 on the Enterprise. I was actually going to head out that morning, and I was, believe it or not, I was pretty annoyed whenever I found out it had ran. Would you prefer 20 or 22 or City? Well, the thing is, I actually have not been on the 2800s before, so I can't really make a verdict on them. I do plan to visit Limerick and Galway at some point, either later on this year or next year, and I'll hopefully see the 2800s and get a wee trip on them. Best place to find them, if anyone's looking, is around Limerick on the Ballybrophy line. That's not a place for seeing 28s, or the Limerick to Galway. Let's see where all the other train is. It's right there, so. I'm not too sure, to be honest. Hope I mean to do that, folks. See, here's the timetable. It's currently 2. We're due into Drogheda in 10 minutes, so I better pick up the speed. See there, folks. 11:32, 11:49. No, I decided not to do it in the end, just because it was far too late. and I was tired. Yes, there was a Enterprise Dietrich set that ran empty from Portadown to, or Dublin to, Belfast to Dublin, sorry. It was very special. Okay, the other train is heading towards us, so it'll be on the far side, so we're fine. To be honest, I would like to see a DD set going through like Newry or Dundalk or something. I think that would be good. I know Dundalk has a pretty good speed limit through it. We're about to pass through Skerries. Keeping within line speed, of course. I think it's close to, it's either 70 or close to 90. I'm not sure. Noah. Passing Dundalk, or Skerries, sorry. And here's the interior of the DD set. This is the old interior. What are my thoughts on the new starter trains? I do think the upgrade is needed, but I am gonna miss the DD sets. There's a 29,000. I am gonna miss the DD sets. Like, the DD sets have been part of my childhood. Like, I remember when they were still in the green and yellow livery. The seats in the old ones weren't too bad. Let's see, we're going about 80. There used to be way more local hold stuff back in the day. Like, if we're talking like late 90s, even in the early 2000s, there was still a good bit of local hold action. In fact, it was mainly local hold. Oh, there's 228s. We have some Mark IIs. And here's Balbriggan. Probably one of my favourite stations. I'm not too sure, Noah. It might just be like an activity consists. Balbriggan, another one of my favourite stations. Just check where we are now on the map. Just check and make sure. I think there's a train at Mosney, according to the map. So I'm just going to start slowing down just to be sure. We're already going slow. Indeed. Yes, but the loop wasn't lifted until 2015, so yeah. And we're about to pass Gormanston. (216) is currently in York Road. I have no idea how long it's going to be there for, but if it needs hauled down, it will probably be some point during the week. We're doing the Drogheda in 2 minutes, and we're still here. We're not even there yet. Also, guys, look to your left. We're about to pass Moseley. I did indeed know it. I saw it in 2024. Also, guys, look on your left. Looks like a Guinness train. Yes, it was Noah back in the day. Here we are approaching Laytown, and then we'll be at Drogheda. Check and see where everything is. Here we are approaching Laytown. Probably going to want us going down now as we're close to Drogheda. Okay. They are indeed, yes, the DD sets are indeed back to normal diagrams this week, permitting there's no failures. I'm a bit too slow, so I'm just going to hit the throttle to 20. Don't think I'll leave it much. Keep the throttle at 40. We really gotta start slowing down now because we're now approaching Dundalk, or Drogheda, sorry. Hello there, Marty. Good to have you with us. So you know now you're approaching Drogheda and you see the Targe from the car plant. I think that's what it is. It's 227 actually. This was set in the mid to late 2000s, hence 227. Oh, good stuff, good stuff. No, there is no way the speed limit through Drogheda is 70. That's not. Maybe for this straight of the line it is, but I cannot imagine it being 70 through the station. Here we are approaching Drogheda. Let's start braking. Yeah, 50. Gonna look at the chat again once we get into the platform. Two 29,000s. Yeah, 33 Drogheda. There's a Mark 3 set as well. We are in Drogheda. Give me a second to check the chat. Just get this angle as well so you can see both of the locos. Get my webcam. I'd be more either or, to be honest. I like both Irish Rail and LIR. Obviously, though, we're up here, so I don't really get down south a lot. Here we go. Hello there, Kieran, good to have you on with us. 102. Also, just thinking this up points, I'm not sure why. Yeah, charge there. Let's get the throttle up a wee bit. Not much else actually. Also, folks, here's just looking at the rest of the line. We're doing this run to Dundalk, and then we're going to do a return run Dundalk to Dublin Enterprise. Oh, there's another DD set. Didn't even see it there. Indeed, it be. I didn't even think there was another set that close. I think there's a train at Dunleer sightings. When we left Drogheda, 4 months late. That's now 11:42, so I would say we'll probably be in Dundalk about 11:53. In game time, that is. Oops. I think we could pick up the pace a wee bit, rather than crawling the entire way from Drogheda to Dundalk. Over the inside the old interior. Two. See if I can see the first class interior. Yeah, you can. So the old first class as well. The train on that. So there's a train that has just left Dundalk, so we'll see that in a second. Few trains. Check them up again when we pass Dunleer. must be within the speed limit. That is very important. Cruise up the livery. Right, around this corner is Dunleer, the site of the old Dunleer station. There's number 071. And we're near Dunleer now. Just a heads up as well, folks. In this activity, we will then go back on an enterprise to Connolly. Up ahead, or is it just the lighting? I think it's the lighting. But anyways, yeah, we're about to pass Dunleer station. And there's a 111. Oh. Well, that went better than expected. Really quickly as well, folks. Here's a VF 113 on a ballast train. We're to Dundalk now. We're not too far away. Should be another train right around here as well. Which will probably be the enterprise we'll be doing the next activity. Judging by the timings. Nope, it's an 071 on what looks like the cement bubbles. Yep. Let's speed up a wee tiny bit. Sorry about that, folks. Is there nothing else on the track into Dundalk?